So, if you've ever run a business or even just managed a team, you totally know this feeling. You're working hard, things are going great, and then you just hit a wall. The growth stalls. It's frustrating, right? So, what's really going on here?
Why does that amazing momentum suddenly feel so hard to keep up? I mean, you've got a great product, you've got customers who like you, but trying to scale up feels like you're pushing a giant boulder uphill. It's a super common problem. And here's the thing, the answer isn't that your product is wrong. The answer has everything to do with the sheer overwhelming noise of the world we live in today. Just try to wrap your head around this number: 4.5 billion. That is the insane number of web pages out there, all fighting for your customers' attention. Think about it. It's not just your local competitors anymore. It's a global marketplace of constant noise, and just getting seen feels harder than it's ever been. Okay, so let's call this what it is. This is the modern growth problem. In a world where basically anyone can throw up a website, the sheer volume of content out there means that even really fantastic businesses can get completely lost in the crowd. Buried so deep in search results that you're pretty much invisible.
But what if I told you that your most powerful tool for breaking through all that noise isn't something you need to go out and buy? What if it's not something you have to build from scratch? What if it's already there, hiding in plain sight? Let's talk about your untapped sales force.
And here it is. This is the big idea, the real penny drop moment. Your customers have the capacity to grow your business faster, better, and cheaper than you can. Just let that sink in for a second. Why? It's because they speak with a level of authenticity and trust that even your absolute best marketing campaign could never, ever replicate. The very people who are already buying from you, they hold the key to your future growth.
So to make this happen, it requires a huge shift in thinking. The old way of doing things, the old loyalty model, it was purely transactional, right? You give us money, we'll give you some points. But this new model, it's a genuine partnership. The message completely changes. It becomes, hey, help us grow, and you'll get to share in the success with us. This whole new model really runs on a super simple but powerful mantra: delight, reward, and grow. See, you don't just sell to your customers anymore. You go out of your way to delight them with an amazing experience. And you don't just ask them to be loyal, you actually reward them for actively helping you grow. And here's how it works in practice. Think of it like a pyramid. At the very bottom, you have your fans. These are your loyal buyers, the people who keep coming back. The goal is to move them up to that next level, to become advocates, the people who are actively sharing your message. And then, right at the top, you've got your advisors, customers who are so invested, they're actually giving you feedback to help you improve. This whole thing is what's called the sales viral loop, and it's the engine that drives this entire process. Let's trace it real quick. It starts on the inside with a fantastic customer experience. That happy customer then shares or refers you, which creates awareness for new people. That's the outer loop. Then those new people become customers, and the whole cycle just repeats itself. It becomes this incredible, self-sustaining growth machine. So if that last slide was about the mechanics of the system, this one is all about the psychology. It's what we call a virtuous cycle. It all starts with you, the supplier, genuinely engaging and caring. That creates an awesome customer experience. And because you've made it easy and valuable for them to share, they bring their friends, which fuels your growth. It's a perfect, human-powered feedback loop. Now, this isn't just some big abstract idea. It's a complete, totally actionable system. And it's all laid out in a comprehensive, 9-stage roadmap that's designed to engineer this exact kind of step change growth in your business. Okay, here's the full roadmap. And I know it looks like a lot at first glance, but it's actually a really logical journey. As you can see, it moves from setup down on the bottom left, flows through build in the middle, and goes all the way up to drive at the top right. It literally covers everything from your company culture to your marketing execution. So let's just simplify that whole journey into 3 core phases to make it easier to digest. Phase 1 is setup. That's all about really understanding your business and, most importantly, your customers. Phase 2 is build. This is where you create the actual growth engine and the loyalty programs. And finally, phase 3 is drive, where you execute the plan and grow your audience. Simple as that. But listen, none of this, not a single part of it, works without one absolutely critical ingredient. The entire system, every single stage, is built on this one foundation: deeply, truly, and authentically understanding what your customers actually want. So how do you do that? Well, it starts by looking way beyond the basics. Demographics, they tell you who your customers are, their age, their gender, where they live, and yeah, that's useful. But psychographics, that's the good stuff. That tells you what they actually care about, their hobbies, their values, the other brands they love. That's where the real insight is hiding. And if you want to go even deeper, you've got to understand the emotional triggers that drive their decisions. This means knowing their pains and frustrations, their underlying fears and worries about, their practical goals and desires, and even their highest dreams and aspirations. Once you understand these 4 things, you'll know exactly how to connect with them on a real human level. So as we start to wrap this up, let's be crystal clear. Everything we've talked about really comes down to one fundamental shift in your mindset. This isn't about some new tactic or a clever marketing hack. It's about changing the entire nature of the relationship you have with the people you serve. This right here is the big takeaway. The most powerful, sustainable growth doesn't come from selling to your customers. It comes from growing with them, from transforming them from just passive buyers into active partners who are genuinely invested in seeing you succeed. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about for your own business. Right now, who is your single most passionate customer? And more importantly, what's one simple, valuable thing you could do tomorrow to empower them to share that passion with the world? The answer to that question, it just might unlock your entire next phase of growth.